Hello again, and welcome back to the Illegally Cited Mixer stream. We are live for real. Hello again, this is Jesse, aka BGFH, and happy Global Accessibility Awareness Day to everybody, GAAD, or hashtag GAAD as it were. If you follow me on Twitter, at BGFH79, you've probably seen quite a few videos linked from myself today, and a few retweets here and there. Some more I got to catch up on later this evening because I'm kind of behind on Twitter. But something, originally I was not going to do a stream today. I had really no intentions of it because I didn't know what I thought I might do. But then, as I was at work today, at another global accessibility event today, checked my email, and lo and behold, a certain little game came out today that I tweeted about before, and I completely forgot about. Again, Alt Frequencies. Now, you may have heard me briefly talking about this, either in other videos or online. Now, this is an audio game for PC. I got it through Steam, and yeah, I know, the Steam, I wish Valve would just really get off its ass and do something about their accessibility, or lack thereof. But I forgot to check if it's on GOG as well. It might be, and if you are totally blind, that might be the better way to go, because you can download the executable right from their website, or use their GOG Galaxy thing, which I don't think I think I might have briefly tried with a screen reader, and I don't know if it's particularly accessible. But Alt Frequency, I have not played this at all. I really have no idea what the gameplay is going to be like, but I had to cover this game because it's primarily audio, and right in the Steam description, what made me put it on my wish list and look after the trailer to begin with, they say, includes accessibility features to make it playable by a wider audience, including blind and visually impaired players. So, I loaded the game. It just started up immediately. I went under Settings, and what do I find but a screen reader option under Audio? So before I demonstrate this, let me make sure that we are indeed cruising around on my phone here. Are we good? Yeah. All right. So, if I down arrow,
Settings, New Game,
check this
button.
out. And this is
Press
reading
return
damn
to
near
select.
everywhere. Like, so far, like I said, they say it's supposed to be totally playable by a totally blind player. So I'm gonna go into settings just to show you guys.
Settings, Quit,
We want
Settings,
settings. We're gonna hit enter.
button, Settings, Back, Language,
Okay, we'll
button.
keep our language fine.
Audio,
Audio,
button, Controls, Audio,
and it's pretty responsive too.
Language,
There's not
Audio.
really a lot of lag.
Language, Audio,
So let's go into audio.
button, Audio, Back, Stations Volume, 100%,
Yeah.
Sound Effects Volume, 100%.
Okay, those are sliders.
Slider.
Yeah.
Press return to activate, then use up and down arrows to change the value.
Wow. Okay. I didn't pause long enough before, but not only were they nice enough to make this work, essentially with their own. They're using the Windows text to speech. I'm not using NVDA or JAWS or System Access. I'm just using. I'm guessing it's just using like SAPI 5 or some connection to narrator or something. But anyway, it's TTS. And not only do they actually read things, but they're smart enough to give you a tip on how to interact with the menus. That's pretty dang slick, I gotta say. That's pretty great.
Closed captions, add tone and context information to the default subtitles, allowing the game to be played with no sound at all. Checked.
So,
Toggle.
this is really cool.
Press return to
I
change.
checked it because, again, I want people to see this. This is an audio game Yet, they want it to be playable by someone who, even if you have it muted, you can play it. That's pretty rad.
Screen reader. Use the system's screen reading software to read and navigate the menus. Checked.
There we go.
Toggle. Screen reader.
And you hear the little...
Use the system's screen reading
they
software
even put
to
in,
read
like,
and
the
navigate the menus.
separate popping noise.
Checked.
To let you know that you're at the
Toggle.
bottom.
Press
So
return to change.
that's pretty great. So I'm going to hit escape.
Settings. Back. Language. Audio. Controls.
Control.
Controls. Back. Physical buttons. Use a dedicated keyboard or controller button for each in-game actions. Button.
That's what we're going to do.
On-screen buttons. Display on-screen buttons and use a mouse or the menu navigation controls throughout the whole game.
So if you don't want to use a controller,
Button.
you can use mouse.
Press return to select.
Or like a touch. You could probably play this on a tablet. Like if you had a Windows tablet, you'd probably play it there. So I wonder if this is coming out to like iOS and stuff too. That would be pretty cool too. Now this is neat too. Watch this.
Buttons mapping.
Oh, wait.
On-screen buttons. Display on-screen buttons
I
mapping.
thought there was something.
Button.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So button
Buttons mapping.
It reads this. So if I down arrow.
Back. Menu navigation.
So we got visually we got our left column. It says menu navigation.
Up arrow. Down arrow. Submit. Return. Cancel. ESC.
If I down
Backspace.
arrow again.
In-game
Right
actions.
column. In-game actions.
Record. Down arrow. Send a clip. Up arrow. Previous frequency. Left arrow. Next frequency. Right arrow. Fast forward. Space. Listen to the recorded clip. Return. Open/close menu. ESC.
Okay, so basically it seems like arrows,
Press return to
spacebar, and
select.
escape.
Listen to the recorded clip. Return.
Because if I go,
There's my
little
close menu. Listen to the recorded clip. Return. Fast forward. Next frequency. Right arrow.
yeah, so
button.
we have space.
Send a
yeah.
clip. Record.
So it's a
Down
very
arrow.
simple control
Button.
game. But this is supposed to be
Press
like
return to
just
select.
by the even the short audio clip trailer. I'm really curious. It's something about everybody is. I'm not exactly sure, but like everyone is reliving like the same moment, and you're actually going through these radio frequencies, and you're trying to uncover some truths and stuff about people. I don't exactly know, but guess what? We've done
Controls.
the accessibility stuff.
Settings.
Let's go and play this thing already, shall we?
New
'Cause
game.
I'm just as curious
Settings.
as you guys are
New game.
at the moment.
Button.
And before I do that, I'm going to get one more swig of
Press
water.
return
check
to
the stream
select.
again. And I do apologize if you do hear kind of a fan noise. It is bloody hot in here. It's only May, and it's almost like 75, 80 degrees outside. And my apartment complex has not been kind enough to turn on their AC, so I'm kind of sweating it out in with the old fan. Yep, we're live. All right, let's play. Alt frequency.
Settings. New game.
I really want to know
Button.
what this is like.
Alt Frequencies is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents portrayed in this game are products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual events or locales or persons,
Fair
living
enough.
or dead, is entirely coincidental.
Fair enough. Now, the other thing I wondered, it was kind of bare. The only thing that I could kind of say as a suggestion, no big deal, but one thing I could say is if I were playing this, especially not on a stream or a recording, I would like to be able to speed up the voice a little bit. So under audio, maybe under screen reader or something, if I check that, have a slider for voice rate. That could be a nice thing to have. But, I mean, like I said, who am I to complain? This is working fantastic so far.
Read content warning. Button.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Press return to select.
Sure.
Content warning.
Okay.
A Eurocent startling sounds. A Eurocent descriptions, text and audio, of violent actions.
Cool.
A Eurocent offensive language.
Okay.
We do not endorse these actions and words, they only help establish our storytelling and characters.
Yeah, fair enough.
Learn more. Play. button.
Heck yeah, play.
Hello, listener. Thank you for acquiring this radio system. We are going to calibrate your device.
Okay.
Great. Now, if any time during calibration you want to pause, you can. Let's try it out. Press the key you've selected for the open-close menu action to pause and open the menu.
Probably escape?
So, with this radio system, you can navigate through different radio stations and interact with their hosts. Depending on what info you give them, you might even get a reaction. Want to know how it works exactly? Let's try this.
Yes, I do.
I need you to find the answer to this question. Who is the #1 radio DJ? I bet you can find the answer on another station. Let's try that. You can change the station you're listening to by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left and change station right actions.
Left and right arrow, as we learned in the menus there.
Not
I
yet.
didn't change anything.
You need to switch to the other station.
And welcome. Glad you switched over. I think my colleague asked you to look for something here, right?
Sure.
Guess what? I have the answer to their question. The answer lies somewhere in the following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for the record action.
Down
Don't
arrow,
worry,
I think.
I'll repeat the info a couple of times for you. So, here's some info about the stations on your radio system.
Okay.
We have News One with its main host, Fred Peterson. Here you'll find global news, reports, and interviews. Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the #1 radio DJ. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. On Talk Radio, you'll find NSB and his loyal callers talking about basically everything there is in life. Is there something wrong? Come on, I know you can find the solution. The answer lies somewhere in the following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for the record action.
Left and change. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Maybe you forgot the question I asked you.
No.
It's okay. Who is the #1 radio DJ?
That was
I know
that
my
Michelle
colleague has
person,
the
I
answer
think.
on the other station. Please go look for it by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station left.
Okay.
Is hosted in the morning by Michelle. Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the #1 radio DJ. You recorded something. Great. Now, you might have heard me repeat some sentences.
Yes.
Let's face it, that can be a bit annoying. Thankfully, you have the possibility to skip clips if you want to navigate faster
That's the
through a
space
station.
bar.
To do so, just press the key you've selected for the fast forward action and you'll skip the clip being played. Let's try it out. I'll tell you 3 things. You skip each of them by pressing the key you've selected for the fast forward action. Michelle on Fresh FM, there are many more radio frequencies, but not all. I hope you like music, because many of our radio stations play awesome. Nice one. Now, remember the clip you recorded before about
Yeah.
the #1 DJ?
You hit up to upload.
If you forgot what you recorded, don't worry. Press the key you've selected for the listen action to listen to your recorded clip.
Oh, ha ha ha. Up arrow?
Is everything okay? Remember, just press the key you've selected for the listen action to hear the clip again.
I don't know what that key was.
Remember, just press the key you've selected for the listen action to hear the clip again.
So now that was a record.
Press the key you've selected for the listen action to listen to your recorded clip.
Oh dear.
Is everything okay? Remember, just press the key you've selected for the listen action. Press the key you've selected for the listen action. Is everything okay?
Answer, but I think my colleague still has some important things to teach you. Please go back to their station by pressing.
Just press the key you've selected for the listen action
don't-
to listen to your recorded
See, I
clip.
do wish they would tell you, even if it were text to speech,
Is
I wish they
everything
would tell
okay?
you
Remember,
what the key
just
was,
press the
'cause it
key
was
you've
up, down,
selected
left, and
for the
right.
list. Press the key you've selected for the listen action.
Control?
Is everything okay?
No.
Remember,
Colleague still has some important.
for the listen action. Remember, just
Oh,
press the key
enter,
you've selected
okay.
for the listen action to hear the clip
So now I
again.
gotta re-record, because I screwed up. Okay.
All right, we're almost done. It's time to send your answer to the other station.
No, it isn't. I
Please
gotta
switch back
re-record.
to my colleague by pressing the keys you've selected.
Clip to me by pressing the key you select. Remember, the question was, who is
Colleague by pressing the keys you... If you please switch back to my... If you want to send your clip to my colleague, please switch back to the... Please switch back to my colleague.
Okay, so it's not
by
gonna let me
pressing the
go
keys
back.
you've- If
Okay.
you want to send your clip...
question was, who is the #1 radio DJ?
Remember, just press the key you've selected for the listen action to hear the clip again.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's the right answer. But
No, because I
sometimes a wrong answer
re-recorded.
can cause exciting things to happen. So don't worry about it. Just interact with the radio hosts as much as you want, and you'll enjoy yourself. By the way, there was a specific beep when you sent me the clip. When you hear this sound, it means you won't be able to interact with your radio anymore. It will happen before every important announcement. Just pay extra attention to what is broadcasted then.
Okay. See,
Just
I was...
to be sure you understand, I need you to try to interact with your device. Go ahead. Anything will do.
All right.
See? Nothing happened. Those moments are here to make sure you don't miss out on important content.
So up, down, left, right,
Before we
space,
leave
and
you to
enter.
the real radio shows out there, remember that you can pause the game and access the menu anytime by pressing the key you've selected for the open-close menu action. In this menu, you'll find useful options to customize your experience. There is also a gesture reminder if you forget how to use your radio. Finally, you can replay this tutorial in the menu anytime you want, so
Okay.
don't worry if you feel lost, we'll be there. Thank you again for purchasing this radio system. Don't forget to put it to good use and send clips to your favorite hosts.
Okay.
Chapter 1, It's Monday.
Oh, and they read it aloud. That's so beautiful.
You're currently listening to Winston. I can't reveal more about... We have to keep our radio frequency hidden, or the police will... Some of you know the truth. Some of you have even found us. Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Look at how large those text is, too.
It's 7 o'clock on News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies
was? I wasn't
if the
paying
time
attention to
loop is
her name.
implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication and facing new questions. If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency? The University of Amentos has been rewarded the prestigious award for teaching excellence. Vice-Chancellor of the university, Irene Boulay, expressed her gratitude during a speech she made last night. And with only a couple of days to go before the vote, cities throughout the country are preparing for long lines at the voting office. According to government officials, the amount of voting locations will be 16% higher compared to last year's general elections. Traffic info: slow-moving traffic in the usual places, no other specifics or traffic jams at the moment. Weather today will be mostly sunny, with some low clouds coming in from the south later this afternoon.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Later this morning, do hidden radio frequencies exist? And if so, how do we unlock them? In the second part of our show, we'll discuss whether this is a myth or a real technological possibility. Also, stay tuned for our daily review of the newspaper headlines. Today with special guest Mark Hillard, who recently swam the channel to raise money for vaccine safety research.
Mark Hillard.
Plus, overcrowding on the tracks. How will railways survive the growing number of travellers? It's a full hour of news to get you up to speed with everything that's happening in the world.
I wonder how much
But
audio
first,
is actually
over
in
to our
this.
reporter on location, Tommy Begay.
I want to switch channels,
Every
but
Monday, Tommy visits a location where the news of the future is being made. Where are you today, Tommy?
Thanks, Fred. I'm here at the Galena Layer Poultry Farm, where the owners have found a revolutionary new way to care for their chickens.
Revolutionary, right. And in which way?
Well, Fred, I'm sure you know that laying hens, however cute and fluffy they look, contribute a lot of harmful gas to the ozone layer. The owners of Galena have found a way to diminish these gases through purely biological means. And there is more. Galena Farm claims to have a cure for bird flu. A newly developed special mix of herbs eradicates any chance of flu.
Farmers turned pharmacists. Is that something we want?
Well, Fred, if it's safe, why not?
But is it?
Let's ask the farmers.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
Okay. And now we
Find
just...
somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Okay.
It's 7 o'clock on News 1, and here
Okay,
are
so
the
now-
headlines with Fred
Okay,
Peterson.
so now it's going to loop.
Michelle. Don't worry if you've got that Monday morning back to school blues. We'll have you cheered up in no time. With the latest showbiz news, hot new music.
And Hot O Bob.
You've got the old part right. All right. It's the Fresh Breakfast Mix.
Fresh FM 91.5.
So we're actually going to get...
Breakfast.
So, Bob, my trusty old sidekick, here's one Monday question just for you. How was your weekend?
Went to
Club Dynamite on Saturday. Pretty cool.
Nice.
You?
I just figured I'd record
just
because that seemed like
been
it could be...
Chilling at home, mainly.
Boring.
When your life's as exciting as mine, you deserve a quiet weekend in. Anyway, a new week. Should we talk about what's coming up over the next couple of days?
You mean the time loop vote?
I actually meant the ultimate dance party this Friday. I'm so hyped!
Oh, that.
She kind of
Let's
annoys
not
me,
bore
I'm not
people
going to
with
lie.
voting stuff on here. I'm already fed up with the subject anyway. It's like you say, boring.
It's important to vote. Let your voice be heard and all that.
Sure, please. Everyone, go out and vote. It's your democratic duty. And the duty of our show is to have some fun in the morning. So that's what we'll do right after this.
Tired of thinking about your daily hygiene? Our new Sungate electrical toothbrushes now have a timer system. Simply set up the timer once, then get beeped 3 times a day when it's
So
time to
escape
brush.
doesn't seem to go into the pause menu, and I'm not sure
Sungate
why.
toothbrushes. Say yes to routine.
Because I was going to pause to talk for a moment.
Fresh FM.
Just for you listeners out there, Michelle was coughing like a madwoman during the commercials. I've got to be honest, Shell. You sounded like a hungover baby seal.
Don't worry, babe. I'm not dying yet. Just a case of the flu. Nothing an early night won't fix.
Should we find you some medicine? We can't have you losing your voice.
So she
Who
said
will
that she
present
was
the
at
show
home,
then?
but
Not you,
apparently she's
obviously.
hungover.
You know
I
what
wonder
they
if that
say.
comes
Once a
into play.
sidekick, always a sidekick.
Nobody could replace you anyway. You're the highest paid radio DJ in the country.
Allegedly. Anyway, back to the show. We have a world premiere today for you. In 30 seconds, we'll play you Dog Zone's new single,
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question.
Yeah. I've heard
Unlock
this
our
before.
frequency. Find
So
the truth.
I know if I hit...
Went to Club Dynamite on Saturday.
That's if I hit enter, that's my recording that I played.
It's Monday! Another glorious start of the week.
So let's switch channels.
In the morning.
What?
Well, I guess it's that time again. I'm NSB, this is a morning show, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know the deal.
The rant of the day.
So, let's discuss the working week. It's Monday morning, which means that most of you will have said something like, I can't believe it's Monday again.
Yeah.
At least like twice already. On Wednesday.
Mondays suck.
Wednesday, you'll repeat to every colleague and family member how happy you are that the week is now well and truly halfway done. On Friday, you buy a discounted can of beer on the commute home to celebrate that it's the weekend again. Woohoo. Can we just stop measuring our existence via stupid little time units? Why not mix it up a bit? Start your week on Thursday. You'll have a midweek break from work then. Or, I don't know, buy a beer on Monday to celebrate the start of the week. Be creative. Don't be a slave of the corporate calendar.
Go to work loaded.
But if that's what you want to be, well, don't call me to complain about it. That's my
I've been
rant of
tempted
the
some
day.
days.
You're very welcome.
Really good audio.
And with that,
the audio stage in this
lines
is
are
just really
open.
good.
All right, you know what to do. Oh, and what not to do. NSB here. Who's calling?
It's Anon here.
Well, if it isn't my favorite conspiracy theorist, go ahead.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is, apparently.
Yeah, so you know we're voting on the implementation of the time loop at the end of this week, right?
Don't remind me.
Oh, no, I am reminding you. Everybody should be reminded. It's another step on the way to total government control.
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
They're trying to influence you in any way they can.
All politicians lie. What else is new? Don't forget, dear listeners,
So I'm
that
not
you
sure.
can ask this guy questions too.
Like I said, Escape doesn't
Basically,
seem to do
please,
anything, and I would
please
love
send
to be able to
questions so I don't
pause
have to.
this.
It's subliminal messaging. They mask it, but it's everywhere. Subliminal messaging. They mask it, but it's everywhere. On the streets, in public service announcements, commercials.
Secret messages.
Exactly.
So
I just recorded because that sounded
what you're saying
fairly
is by the end of the week we'll all be
interesting.
voting yes because we've been influenced without us even.
And then I could go to another
I'm
station
telling you,
and send
they'll
that
stop
to
at
somebody
nothing.
else.
This is only the beginning.
Well, they won't get me because I won't be voting anyway. Anything more to add, Anon?
Yeah, lots. I've heard that.
Oh my. Well, what do you know? We just lost contact with
Yeah, and now we're going to get our same message. I
Find
bet.
somebody who knows about all.
Yeah.
Ask him the right question.
Okay, it won't even let me
Unlock
switch.
our frequency. Find the truth.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, they have the captions there. The beeping. Wait a minute.
Yada yada. You know the deal.
Oh, this station just like weird sound effects or something. What the hell? Huh. Okay. I'm guessing there's some weird sound effect that's like, that sounds suspicious. So we'll come back to this. Again, I've never played this, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out, what would be interesting? What should I send to whom? Getting random, seemingly a bunch of random... Some shattering. More baby sounds. And again, the description. Since I turn the subtitles on, you get those as well. And like I said, look at how nice and large that text is. The contrast is great. So if you're low vision and want to read it and follow along, you absolutely can. All right, let's go to a new station. What else?
And if so, how do we unlock them? In the second part of our show, we'll
Okay,
discuss
so we're doing
whether
this
this is
again,
a
so
myth
let's upload
or
this.
a real technological possibility.
Let's see what happens.
Thank you for sending us your comments. At this moment, our system is not working. Your message will not be saved. We are sorry for the inconvenience.
Vaccine safety research.
Okay, so even though I sent it, I still have it recorded, so I could go send that to the...
Plus,
let's go to...
overcrowding on the track.
Tired of thinking
Let's
about
go
your
to
daily
her,
hygiene?
and we'll upload it to her.
Our new Sungate electrical toothbrushes now have a time assistant. Simply set up the timer once, then get beeped 3 times a day when it's time to brush. Sungate toothbrushes.
Okay.
Say yes to routine.
So let's see if she says anything about what I sent her.
Fresh FM. We're even getting messages during commercials, Shell. That's just weird. Just for you listeners out there, Michelle was coughing like a madwoman during the commercials. I've got to be honest, Shell. I've got to be honest, Shell.
I should have.
Sounded like a hungover baby seal.
Don't worry, babe. I'm not dying
that's
yet.
the same.
Just a case of the flu. Nothing an early night won't fix.
Should we find you some medicine? We can't have you losing your voice. Who will present the show then?
Not you, obviously. You know what they say. Once a sidekick, always a sidekick.
Nobody could replace you
So-
anyway. You're the highest paid radio DJ in the country.
Allegedly.
Admittedly-
Anyway, back to the show. We have a world premiere today.
I'm not sure what I should be sending.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
It's Monday! Another glorious start of the week, and you've
So-
tuned in to the best radio station around.
Your number one radio DJ.
Michelle.
I think this is just
Don't
looping
worry
the same.
if you've got that Monday morning back to school blues. We'll
Yeah, so this is the same.
Rant of the day.
So, let's discuss the working week. It's Monday morning, which means that most of you will have said something like, I can't believe it's Monday again.
Right, okay, so let's go to this weird station here. And while I'm listening to these sound effects, like I said, I'm not sure why I'm not able to hit escape, because you'd think that would... I can fast forward, but I can't rewind, you know. I kind of wish that I could, especially since these things loop, I kind of wish that I could scrub back and forth, not just fast forward. So I'm trying to find out, I guess I'm supposed to ask a question? Admittedly, like I said, I mean, I'm fascinated with the game. And like I said, I had to show, especially being Global Accessibility Awareness Day today, I had to show you guys just, again, another, you know, mainstream game. This is out on Steam. This is going to be out on other platforms, I'm sure. And this game, you know, you go under options, you've got a full screen reader, you've got visual, you've got oh. Okay, I don't know, the screaming, I don't know if that had... Okay, I didn't know if there was anything that sounded sort of interesting. But it's a, you know, mainstream game that's really fully accessible, not just to blind and low vision, but like people with hearing impairments. You could watch the visual text cues there in the left side of the screen. I just kind of wish that I knew what in the heck it was I was supposed to do. If anybody is watching and has any ideas, you know, based on what you've heard so far, let me check my phone here. Let's see. Okay, I don't care. Netflix, yeah, whatever. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that all my notifications were good. So, I don't know if any of these sound effects really mean anything. What do you think, what dialogue should I record? And should I send... Yeah, okay, now it's going to go to this guy again. Let's see what
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
So do I want to ask something and post it to the security nut? Is that what I maybe want to do?
And here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated
listen to the
meeting.
news again here.
She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication and facing new questions.
So I have some ideas. Something in that. Let's go to the
Friday,
news here.
you buy a discounted can of beer.
I'm gonna
on the
upload
commute home
this
to
guy.
celebrate that it's the weekend again. Woohoo. Don't interrupt me during my rant of the day. That's my moment, okay? Unless, of course, you have a really interesting question. Can we just stop measuring our existence for your stupid
Okay,
little
I
time
don't want to
units?
do it
Why
now,
not
but
mix it
maybe
up a
when
bit,
he's talking to the
Start your week on
conspiracy nut,
Thursday.
he'll let me.
You'll have a midweek break
So it
from work
seems
then.
sensitive, so we'll
Be
skip
creative.
this.
Don't be as... That's my rant.
Okay.
And with that, the lines are open. All right, you know what to do. Oh, and what not to do.
According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society.
I need to get out of this job. It's just nutcases sending me random things. Let's just get it over with and talk to the biggest nutcase instead. NSB here. Who's calling?
It's A Nunn here.
Well, if it isn't my favorite conspiracy theorist, go ahead.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is. Yeah.
Right, okay, so I gotta find a question. So let's go back to the news.
To care for their chickens.
Revolutionary, right. And in which way?
Let's just...
Well, Fred, I'm sure you know that laying hens, however cute and fluffy they look, contribute a lot of harmful gas to the ozone layer.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna
do? The owners of Galena have found a way to diminish these gases through purely
And
biological
here's a couple
means.
questions coming
and
up.
there is more. Galena Farm claims to have a cure for bird flu. A newly developed special mix of herbs eradicates any chance of flu.
Farmers turned pharmacists. Is that something... Farmers turned pharmacists. Is that something we want?
No, I don't want
Well,
that.
Fred, if it's safe, why not?
But is it? But is it?
Let's ask the farmers.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
So now, yeah, it's not gonna let me... I gotta listen to this thing.
Who knows about
So I can only record like a little sentence. Like I can't record a 2-3 sentence piece of a conversation. Like I wish.
It's 7 o'clock on News
Right.
1.
So now we're starting over.
Radio DJ.
Michelle.
No.
Oh, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know the deal. So, let's discuss the working week. On one
yada,
cat,
yada.
why not mix it? Or be creative. That's my... And with that, the lines are open! All right, you know what to do. Oh, and what not to do. NSB here. Who's calling?
It's A Nunn here.
Well, if it isn't my favorite conspiracy theorist, go ahead.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything.
Let's upload.
He
So
knows
there
about
is
every
his
secret there
prompt.
is. Yeah, apparently. I appreciate our listeners sending messages in for our dear Anon, but this one here makes no sense at all. All right? See
Exactly.
if you can find a good question to ask and get back to us.
Yeah, so, we're voting on the implementation of the time loop at the end of this week, right?
Don't remind me.
Oh, no, I am reminding you. Everybody should be reminded. It's another step on the way to total government control.
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
They're trying to influence you in any way they can.
All politicians lie.
Honestly, I'm
What
not
else is
quite
new?
sure where to go
Don't
with
forget,
this. I
dear
mean, I
listeners,
could
that you can
I
ask
could
this
just
guy
be mentally
questions too.
fried. And this
Basically,
might have been a stupid
please
idea
send
to
questions
stream
so
this
I
right
don't
now
have to.
because apparently I'm not in the right
Subliminal
mindset.
Messaging. They mask it, but it's everywhere. On the streets, in public service announcements, commercials.
What I could do...
So, anything more to
Yeah,
add?
so I gotta start this over. And I could record the line where he says...
somebody who knows about all
Where he says, we're
Ask him
voting
the
on the
right
time... Because that's just a weird, nonsensical
our
thing.
frequency.
We're voting on the
Find
time
the
loop
truth.
thing? Oh, wait, this...
NSB
Oh, did I...
in the morning.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's that time again. I'm NSB. This is the morning show. Blah. It's all. Can we just stop? Or, I don't know, buy a beer on Monday? That's my rant of the day. You're very welcome. And with that, NSB.
It's A Nunn here.
What?
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure,
Here's where I gotta
like.
listen.
So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, so you know we're voting on the implementation of the time loop at the end of this week, right?
Okay, so
Don't
now
remind
let's
me.
go send that
Timer system.
to the
Simply
pop
set up the
lady.
timer once, then get beeped 3
Probably
times
not
a day
during the
when
commercial.
it's time
I might
to
have to
brush.
do it again during the actual thing.
Sungate
'cause
toothbrushes.
You know what? I don't care about the toothbrush commercial.
Fresh FM. We're even getting messages during commercials, Shell. That's just weird. Just for you listeners out there, Michelle was coughing like a madwoman during the commercials. You listeners are weird. Sending messages like that sure won't stop Michelle from coughing. I've got to be honest, Shell. You sounded like a hungover baby seal.
Okay,
I'm not
so
done yet.
clearly
Just
I'm
a
not
case of
getting
flu.
the right.
Nothing an early
Like I
night
said, I
won't
feel
fix.
stupid because I'm sure people are going.
We can't have you
It's
losing your
completely
voice.
obvious what
Who
you should
will
be
present
sending
the
to
show
who.
then?
Not you, obviously. You know what they say. Once a sidekick, always a sidekick.
So do I send? Are they going to give me any more
Somebody
hints?
who knows
No.
about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
So I've got.
It's Monday! Another glory.
I gotta ask.
It's 7 o'clock on
The
News
nut
1.
job.
Here are the
I think
headlines
is-
with
but I
Fred
gotta-
Peterson.
What would I
Today,
ask?
Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies.
I don't think
4
it'll be
people were
anything
arrested
here.
after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated
See, I wish I
to
could do this whole
disrupting
news
society.
story, not
the police
just
is
the
now investigating their
first
means
or
of
seconds.
communication and facing new questions. If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide?
Here we go.
Uses radio waves to share information. Can they hide their frequency?
Boom.
The
There we
University
go.
of Memphis-
That's okay. There's my line. I bet you now.
Celebrated, it's the weekend again.
So let's skip ahead.
And with that, NSB.
Here we go. I think we just solved it.
Well, if it isn't my favorite.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like.
Okay.
So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything.
Yeah.
He knows about every secret there is. Yeah, apparently.
Here we go.
Looks like we've got a proper question for our dear
Excellent.
friend
Solved
Anon.
it.
If a secret
Shazam.
group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Now we are getting somewhere.
You're getting a bit overexcited.
But this is the real deal. Listen, there are empty frequencies in the airwaves, frequencies that seem unused.
Let me guess. They're not.
Exactly. Sources say that if you record one particular sound, you decode the entire frequency and reveal its true nature.
Isn't that magical?
Okay, what
It's
sound?
not magic. The public encryption key is hidden behind the audio file.
And you officially lost me there.
Believe me or not, the last frequency I decoded was protected by the sound of broken glass. I recorded it on my radio and voila.
Oh, the station managers are going to be
Broken
so happy that we've
glass.
just encouraged people to switch over to empty frequencies, pushing our already flailing market share further down the drain. Nice, thanks, mate.
Well,
Oh my.
No.
You know.
Wait a minute. Do I record the broken glass?
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question.
Okay, so I might have to do it
Unlock our
again. I
frequency.
gotta pay attention, but I'm just
Find
gonna try
the truth.
recording. Yeah. Hush. Okay. That's why we have. Now I gotta listen for breaking glass. This is interesting. It's definitely getting interesting. I'm really interested to see where this goes. Oh.
If you're listening listening to this, it means you have found us. Congratulations.
Excellent.
You have taken the first step in your awakening.
The Illuminati
You
is
have
real.
connected. You are being lied to so much more than you know. The time loop is already in place. The vote is irrelevant. We are already repeating ourselves.
Yeah.
Those who control the present control the future. Keep listening. Keep sharing. Reclaim time.
Okay. So that, okay,
Chapter
chapter
2. Students, experts, and tall tales.
We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need your power. Here are the facts. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal Macmillan is the person who ordered to activate the time loop prematurely. She should be confronted and unmasked. She acted without democratic consent, and even though she will deny all this, we know this to be true. Spread the news and make sure it sticks beyond the time loop.
Huh.
Our own organization is still small, but your help will make us grow. Your help will make us reach the news stations. They've not yet reported on these conspiracies. They ignore our messages, but eventually they will have to listen. If there are many of us, we will not be ignored. So keep trying. Hear this fact and pass it on. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist,
Okay,
and
so this is
shameless
gonna loop
violator
here.
of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
I just want to
We'll
listen
start
to this one more
small if
time.
needed. If the news stations won't listen, others will.
Aha.
And then they will spread the word. And then
So
others
the
will.
news won't
until we
listen.
can't be denied anymore.
Okay, so that's another nice hint.
I might sound like a madman to you. Hell, I sound like a minister. But this is real. I am real. We all are. I'm here, talking to you. Not because I'm special. I'm just a normal citizen, like you. We all are here. We're just a group of concerned citizens who don't want to be lied to anymore. Help us. Try to reach the news station. Try it via other stations if that's what's needed.
Right.
Use small stations if you need to. Start at the bottom and work the message up, all the way to the top. Connect with them on subjects that they're interested in. Match their worries, their concerns, their subjects. Find the message that will make them take you seriously.
Interesting sort of
And
tutorial.
tell them about the conspiracy. Tell them that we are being lied to. Please.
Interesting how it just plays right into the whole conspiracy
Amal
storyline.
Macmillan, politician, pro-time.
Okay, let's go see.
Do you have any more info on this? Over. Back? Platform 2, yes. I've done this for 24 years, Mac. 25 in 3 months. So if... What? Everyone here, anyone up for a drink after work today, yeah? Over. Mac?
Okay. Okay, that was strange.
Delta 5? Station Inspector. Please switch tracks. Keep an eye out on that red signal. Slight delays. Mac? Come in. Mac? 703 on green. Maybe one for Mac. Why has platform 12 not been cleared?
Check the stream
Please
real
respond.
quick.
Over. We have 2 trains waiting to come in. Please clear platform. Over. Any empty platform will do, friends. Just reel that train in, please.
So maybe that's the one we're going to share to because it's small. He said start really small. Just put random things in there. But let's go see what else
Charlie
we got
Thomas. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health. Am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Your report mentions brain tumors. Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way. Think of our report as a medication information leaflet.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim, even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything that is not in your report already, surely.
No, but you are emphasizing something that isn't relevant.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on. Our research is still very preliminary. We've barely scratched the surface. It's far too early to draw any conclusions.
Okay, I understand. What about possible positive side effects?
We actually had a couple of mice that aged slower, so that could be very beneficial.
There was also an interesting fact about headaches?
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, one that we hadn't seen before.
Again, there's
which
not,
is interesting because
like,
we think this
I
could
wanna
lead
talk,
to a
but
breakthrough in
this is
the
all
related
audio,
area
so I
of
kinda
migraine
have to be
research.
quiet.
Has your research
guys can
influenced
hear.
your own opinion on the implementation
So I
of the
can pay
time loop?
attention.
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
But if you can't advise us, who can?
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
But they're no scientists. They choose out of ideology or for economic reasons.
Okay, yep, so now we're gonna get this fade out again.
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of
So-
the time loop.
okay,
If
so
vote
that's
on
the
Friday
time
is
loop
positive.
thing.
Minister Macmillan has promised to provide them with extra details, but has also said, quote, foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation, unquote. A printing
know if
factory in the
that's-
south, used by the government to print voting ballots, went up in flames last night. 2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected. The police and the fire department are currently investigating. Weather today, cloudy with low temperatures in the south and a small chance of rain during the night. And finally, you'll be happy to know that our listener comment system is back online, so you'll be able to send us your messages again.
Okay.
In the studio, we have physician scientist Charlie Thomas.
Charlie Thomas.
Welcome, Professor.
Okay, so that's the
Thank you.
interview that I
Professor
was...
Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we've heard that.
Chickening out, Rakeem?
No, of course not, man.
I'm just gonna start this channel completely over.
That was
Come on, do your... Come on. I'm just gonna... Okay, here we go. So now we get our time loop. So I want to hear this from scratch.
Sungate toothbrushes. Say yes to routine.
Okay.
Fresh FM.
It's time for my favorite segment. Yay!
It's time for
Tall Tales.
Okay.
Today, we're calling Rakeem, who has an amazing story to tell.
It's ringing.
Yes?
Is that Rakeem? This is Michelle from Fresh FM. You're live on the radio.
Wow.
Bob here, Rakeem. Bit shy, are ya? No need to be. Your story sure isn't.
Your story is one of the tallest tales we've ever heard.
Our tall tale meter has been set up and calibrated, so bring it on.
God, these guys are just terrible nut jobs, the hosts
You know
of the
the
show.
deal. Just tell the story and the meter will rank it. And if you make the top 5, you get a top prize.
Right.
So, Rakeem, tell us your tall tale.
Well,
Out with it, babe. I'm dying with excitement here.
I know, but shit.
Chickening out, Rakeem?
No.
Okay, that's where I came in.
Okay, let's help you out a bit. Your story involves a sauna and one of your teachers, right?
I don't want to tell the story.
Rakeem, what's happening, babe?
It's not true. It's a lie. I'm sorry, Michelle.
Shit, man, you're too good for this world.
So what? You're bailing out?
I guess so.
Thanks for messing up our segment, bro.
No. We respect you. Thanks for being honest. Rakeem?
Sure. Can I hang up now?
Bye, Rakeem.
That was so unnecessary. I mean, this segment is called Tall Tales, right? The name should give you some sort of clue.
Calm down, Bob.
Who cares if the story's true, as long as the story's a big and preferably funny, too?
Let's ask the listeners. What's your opinion on lying? Send us your statement on the subject.
All we wanted was a great
So we'll just
story.
send in, I forget even
Also,
what I recorded.
Unless you have a clear statement about lying, we're not taking any other useless messages. Shall we
Okay,
go to
so
some
something
music?
about
We could just
lying.
call somebody else.
I don't feel like it. I'm putting the Tall Tales meter away.
Okay, so I think we're going to have to
need
listen to
some
that
coffee.
interview, I'm thinking.
Okay, might
Because
as
they
well
were
play
talking about
some
lying at some
music.
point.
On it.
Fresh
'Cause-
FM.
Right, okay. So I don't know how much more I'm gonna play of this during this stream. This might be, believe it or not, a short stream. Who would have thunk?
Sungate toothbrushes. Say yes.
So
to
let's
beauty.
switch back.
Actual implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive. Minister
did I even
Macmillan.
record?
Foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation. Unquote. Has promised to provide them with extra details, but has also said, quote, foreign politics
That's
should
one I
not
just recorded,
influence
okay.
the will of our nation.
So there's something about lying.
A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting
My mind
ballots
just, I don't think,
went up in
is
flames
in
last
the
night.
right frame
2 victims were
to
killed, both of them
basically
employees of the factory.
think about all
It's
these little
unclear whether the ballots
plot
for the
threads
upcoming
and piece
time
them
vote
together.
were affected.
Playing this at the end of the
Police and
day,
the fire
I don't know,
department
maybe
are currently
not be a
investigating.
good idea. I don't know.
Weather today. Cloudy with
But
low
this is a
temperatures
really
in the south
neat
and
idea.
a small chance of rain during the night.
Really
and
neat
finally,
idea.
You'll be happy to know that our listener comment system is back online. So you'll be able
Yada yada. Okay, let's listen to this interview one more time.
In the studio, we have physician scientist Charlie Thomas.
I do wish I could rewind.
Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health, am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Your report mentions brain tumors. Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way.
Okay,
Think of our
let's not
report
think
as a
about
medication information leaflet.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim. Even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything that is not in your report already, surely.
No, but you are emphasizing something that isn't relevant.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on. Our research is
I'm
still
not sure
very
which
preliminary.
line I should be
We've barely scratched the surface. It's far too early to draw any conclusions.
Okay, I understand. What about possible positive side effects?
We actually had a couple of mice that aged slower, so that could be very beneficial.
Some music.
On it.
Okay, so that's gonna loop. I mean, I'm sure this won't be it, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up the stream. Like I said,
Sungate toothbrushes.
it's been a busy
Say
day,
yes to routine.
but I did just want to get this stream out there just because this Alt Frequencies has launched, and I think it's just a really neat
It's time
idea.
for my
And
favorite segment.
I could also say that I
Today,
don't
we're
want to
calling
spoil
Rakeem,
it
who
because,
has an
again,
amazing
this
story
being
to
an
tell.
accessible game, I would highly encourage you
Is that
to
Rakeem?
support
This
the
is Michelle
developers.
from Fresh FM. You're live
support
on the
these
radio.
guys.
Wow.
The game,
Here, Rakeem.
I don't know about Good Old Games or GOG if it's on sale,
Story is
but
one of
on
the
Steam,
tallest tales we've
I want to say
ever
it's like
heard.
10% off, and it's like $7-8 at the
and
moment. So,
calibrated, so bring it on.
you know, with the screen reader capability, with all the
You know
other
deal.
accessibility
Just tell
features.
the story and the meter will rank it. And if
I
you
would
make the top 5,
highly
you get a
recommend
top
checking
prize.
this out. So,
So, Rakeem, tell us your
you
tall
know, this is just a
tale.
quick look at alt frequencies. I may cover this back on the
Out
channel.
with it, babe. I'm dying with
This is
excitement
kind of going to
here.
be a combination accessible game spotlight mixer stream. Because I just
Okay,
really
let's
kind of want
help
to
you
get this
out a
out
bit.
there. It seems
Your
like a
story
nice
involves a
way to
sauna
end
and one of your
the
teachers,
Global
right?
Accessibility
don't wanna tell the
Awareness
story.
Day and also get
Rakeem, what?
the word
It's not
out
true.
about
Shit, man, you're
a
too good
public.
for this world.
So what? You're
Sorry, I
bailing
was kind
out?
of distracted by the radio
Thanks
there.
for messing up our segment,
But this is
bro.
just a
No,
really
no,
good way
no,
to
we
get the
respect
information
you.
about
Thanks
another
for being
accessible
honest.
title
Rakeem?
out there.
Sure. Can I hang up now?
Bye,
I
Rakeem.
love that you're
That
so
was so
bored.
unnecessary. I mean, this segment is called Tall Tales, right? The name should give you some sort of clue.
So we're gonna try to upload one more
down,
time. I don't even
Bob.
remember what I recorded.
Cares
Something
if the
about.
story's true, as long as the stories are big and preferably funny, too.
Let's ask
Well,
the
they're not
listeners.
funny, but-
What's your opinion on lying? Send us your
Sure, we'll
statement
just
on
put
the
some
subject.
random weird thing.
Also, unless you have a clear statement about lying, we're not taking any other useless messages.
Oh, come
All
on.
we wanted was a great story. Should we go to some music?
We could just call somebody else.
I don't feel like it. I'm putting the Tall Tales meter away.
I need some coffee.
You and me both.
Okay, might as well play
Well,
some
like I said, I think we're gonna
music.
wrap it up here as we go to some music. Alt Frequency is available for PC now. I think it's gonna hopefully be coming to other platforms as well. Just wanted to bring this game to your attention again. Support these guys. I will look it up and see if it's on GOG as well. If it is, I will tweet I will tweet whether it is or not on my Twitter account at BGFH79 just to let you guys know. And yeah, just a short mixer stream for a weeknight here. We'll just kind of sit on this channel while we wrap up here. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really neat game. It's accessible. And again, just the fact that another developer has added captions, screen reader, different input methods. You know, you can do on-screen, you can do gamepad, you can do keyboard. It's pretty rad. Actually, I wonder what happens if I hit start.
Game paused.
Aha! I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Now I can end the video proper. I cheated. Escape didn't work, but hitting pause on the gamepad on my Xbox controller did. Go figure. So actually, let me just see, because it said there was a few other options. If I down arrow, okay, maybe.
Resume.
I used my keyboard.
Button.
Okay, so that's weird. I was
Press
trying to hit
return to
down arrow on
select.
my D-pad, so the pause worked, but the analog stick or D-pad in the menu doesn't work. So I don't know if there's a little bit of jank with that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the game, and I'm not sure that this is something that plays live very well, unless I already know the solutions, and I'm going to just kind of do like a walkthrough for you guys. Because again, in my brain-fried state, I just like, it took me a few times even to get the pretty obvious solution for Chapter 1 recorded and sent to the right individual. So, you know, again, I want to promote this game. You guys should definitely check it out if you have a PC. And I'm curious to know what other platforms this is going to go on to. Alt Frequencies.
Resume. Hints.
Oh, you can go hints.
Button.
You know what?
Exit to main. Hints.
Let's do a hint. I just want to see what
Button.
that interface is like. Let's see what it does.
Paul Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. She acted without democratic consent,
Oh.
and even though she will deny all this, we
Oh, this
know
is
to
all
be
the
true.
things from...
Spread the news and make sure it sticks beyond the time loop.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I remember that's from that first channel.
We have 2 trains waiting to come. Any empty platform?
Okay, so
If
why...
this time loop could have a negative
How in the
impact on
heck
our
do I...
health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
I don't know how to pause. with the keyboard. Escape does not work. I mean, enter replays that. Space skips. But I can hit pause on the controller again. So I don't know if there's some... If you have a joystick, if you have a controller hooked up, if that just, for whatever reason, overwrites being able to use the escape key, or if I'm just dumb. Let me go down to the main menu here.
Exit to main menu.
Yeah, let's
Continue.
go look at...
New game. Chapter select. Settings.
Okay, so we got more options now. That's cool.
Press return. Settings.
Let's go into settings, because I just want to see the controls.
Audio. Controls. Controls. Back. Physical. On-screen. Buttons mapping.
Buttons
mapping. Back. Menu navigation. Up. Up arrow. Down. Down arrow.
Yeah.
Submit. Return.
Yeah.
Cancel. ESC.
Right, that works in the menus, but the game controls...
In-game actions. Record. Down arrow.
Yep.
Send a clip.
Up arrow.
Previous frequency. Left arrow. Next frequency. Right arrow. Fast forward.
Space bar.
Listen to the recorded clip.
Enter.
Return. Open/close menu. ESC.
Yeah.
Button.
So, okay, I'm not on crack.
Press return to select.
Yeah, so escape... if I don't know if it's just if I have a controller. Let's do a little on the a little live troubleshooting, a little
Controls.
live Q&A, or not Q&A, but QA, shall we?
Settings.
Let's go.
Continue.
Yeah, let's go.
Button.
Continue.
Chapter 2.
Chapter
Students,
2.
Experts, and tall tales.
We've uncovered new information.
So I'm going to switch the frequency. Escape does nothing. But if I hit
Game
pause, the start button, or the right button, I think they call it something else on the Xbox controller, it'll pause. So that's overriding the escape key, which I just verified under settings. So if I unplug said controller really quick, now I can't, and I'm going to
resume.
Okay, now escape still doesn't work. So I'm going to say bug? I just found a bug, I think. Unless I'm crazy. Uh-oh. Now can I get... Okay, there we go. So I replugged in the controller, and now the pause button works. So, yeah, you might want to check out and see if the developer actually watches this video. There may be a bug with the escape not working during gameplay, which I did just verify was the correct key command. So, but otherwise, like I said, I am definitely going to want to check this out more on my own. It's all audio, so a totally blind or low vision user would have no problem playing this. All the menus speak beautifully. Just got to fix this weird escape issue. Otherwise, now what I could also do, let me go to the main menu, and I will, because when you start the game, well, actually,
press return to select.
I have more options that shoot, so I can't. So one other suggestion that I would have maybe for the developer, if they are watching this, to add, maybe to have like a hint when the game starts, just to say, if you need a screen reader, press this letter or press this shortcut key. Because right now I have continue.
New game. Continue. New game. Chapter select.
Chapter select. So I have three options up there, whereas when we started I only had one. And I believe, so if I'm remembering correctly, you open the game, you down arrow once, and that would get you to settings, because we don't have all these other options. You would be on new game to start with. You arrow down once to settings. You hit enter.
Settings.
Then you arrow down.
Back. Button.
Press
return to select.
I don't know if back will be in the yeah, so
language, audio, button. Press return to select.
I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3, because with the screen reader off, I don't know if the back button will be highlighted. So there will be a little bit of experimentation, but once you get the screen reader portion running, the game plays beautifully. Everything speaks, the menus, the dialogues, the interface. I don't really see any problem playing this. So hope you guys enjoyed the quick introduction to this video and a little bit on-the-fly troubleshooting, I do apologize. But hey, you know what? That's part of just doing a live stream, doing a live video and exploring a title that you've never played before. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Mixer.com/BGFH, illegally-cited.com, YouTube.com/illegally-cited, however you're watching. But more importantly, if this is a game that sounds interesting, please go support the developer. Please buy it. You know, support them, because we want more developers of mainstream games to consider including accessibility. And the more positive, you know, the more we do support them, the more positive they're going to be toward just including accessibility as another feature, just like graphic options or control options or difficulty levels or any other thing that you can typically change in a game. So anyway, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Hope you guys enjoyed this shorter one, and until next time, I'll chat with you guys again later.